Okay, back to the yeah, I think so. Big round of applause. Very big part of the lovely Thai society, capturing these moments with everyone together. So more of that to come. So let's go back to the fundamentals of reimagining. Reimagining your success as an organization is as much dependent on the right technology as it is the right people. Your ability to build a culture of innovation that embraces new skills and new ways of working. This is why we've recently announced the IBM Garage, a co-creation, co-execution, and co-operation experience that helps drive digital transformation with data, with AI, and hybrid cloud at the speed of a startup and the scale of an enterprise. And IBM Garage leverages the power of design thinking and agile to accelerate your evolution towards becoming an enterprise of the future. Fueled by great data, workflows built on intelligent AI, with this open, flexible hybrid cloud is what characterizes the enterprise of the future. And we call these cognitive enterprises. Now, a couple of you said to me as we were meeting beforehand, why hybrid cloud? Because without this type of cloud environment and the right trusted partner, you can't scale and embed AI at speed and modernize mission-critical work, secure it, and innovate with technologies like blockchain and AI. In short, you can't move from experimentation to transformation. And that is what IBM, together with Red Hat, bring through the ability to securely deploy, run, move, and manage data on applications on and off premises through private and multiple clouds based on standards already set in the industry, Linux, containers, and Kubernetes. This portability of applications is what makes the IBM and Red Hat proposition unique for clients. We've transformed our entire software portfolio to be cloud native and containerized, delivered in that way as pre-integrated solution packages called IBM Cloud Paks. These run anywhere. On-prem, on public clouds, on-premise, including AWS, Microsoft, Azure, Google Cloud, Alibaba, IBM Cloud, Z Mainframe, Power Systems, PC servers. And this means IBM AI will run on any cloud. This means you can now select the very best architecture and approach to address your most critical application data and workload requirements. So lots of exciting developments on the cloud front, and to tell you more about how our open multi-cloud and portable approach is revolutionizing the customer experience, driving innovation, I'd like to welcome two guests, Paragon, Payanpa, who is the head of digital banking and innovations at Krungsri Bank, and Damien Wong, who's the VP of ASEAN Growth and Emerging Markets, to come up on the stage to discuss open innovation. Come on up. Damien, thank you so much. Come
You sit over there, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, what we'd love you to share with everyone is the vision for digital transformation that you've been embracing inside of Krungsri. I mean, it's amazing what you've done, but I think the vision is so exciting to share.
But first of all, thank you. Thank you, Harriet, and thank you, IBM team, to invite me. To your questions, I guess whatever we do is actually the same with the other organization, which is to be relevant to the customer. And as you know, sooner or later, the role of the bank will change. to get access to the banking product and services doesn't have to go to the branch.
Yeah.
Soon you can open the bank account through mobile, online, and you can get lendings or other services online. So it means that you do not have to come to the bank, to the branch anymore. So up to that point, how we going to continue to be relevant to the customer is the key one as well. So in my world and in my context, I think banking role will be changed. You will hear more about the banking as a service.
Yeah.
Normally you see platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, but now you will hear banking as a service. Yeah. So we have to be ready when the customer want to connect with us, want to get the service with us. We have to be modernized. We have to be ready. We have to talk about the open banking, API, this and that. Customer on the commerce, they want to open the bank account, they can jump right in there. And the other part would be, we cannot be just alone. We have to talk about collaborations. We have to talk about a partnership banking.
Yes.
So bank will be on the back end side, but to be relevant and to be close to the customer, we have to be everywhere that they want to go. Everywhere they want to consume the banking services, we have to be ready. I think that will be the context of why we need to transform and digital transformation in the banking industry. That would be the way to go.
You're always expressing this in such an exciting way. Now, this customer centricity, putting the client experience really back at the center of everything you do. Tell us about how you and your team are achieving this vision. What are the practical steps?
A lot of people asking me about what are we doing on the digital transformation? What are we expecting? So my to answer, one, you should expect to get the better customer experience when you use the digital to improve things. And the other side, you want to achieve on the productivity and efficiency. So on these two sides, you have to ensure that every interaction that you have with the customer at every channel, you have to deliver a good customer experience, and you have to be a very good cost optimization on this part. However, you need a technology. If you don't have a technology, either you buy or you build. If you cannot build, you can buy from IBM.
Yeah. Thank you.
But having said that, you still have to have another engine, which is follow the data. Because to achieve or to compete in the real world, you're talking about the data. So to me, just follow the data and you will see what the customer wants.
Yeah.
So now the role of the banking, which we have a lot of data, we need to discover the consumer insight. We used to use a lot of data. I'm glad that you have a lot of AI technology, you have the cloud services. So it will make our life and my life much easier to discover the customer insight so I can deliver the customer experience.
Fantastic. Now, Damien, you're a new part of the IBM family, and everyone is talking about Red Hat Open. So tell us what that means. How is that relevant to our many, many clients here?
Absolutely, Harriet. And first and foremost, thank you for having Red Hat here with this wonderful event. Red Hat is really excited to be part of the IBM family. Obviously, there's a huge amount of opportunity that we together can harness, but more importantly, the kind of value that we can bring to customers, enterprises like Kongsi. I'm sure Paragon will agree with that. Effectively taking the portfolio, right, the power of and flexibility of the Red Hat portfolio, and couple that with the depth and scale of IBM, being able to then help customers faster along their journey to the cloud. I think that is one of the beauties of coming together. You know, and what is driving this? You know, I heard a few things from Paragon as well, and probably I want to refer back to that. But you know, first and foremost, I'd like to use an analogy, not an analogy, but a quote from George Bernard Shaw, who's an American playwright and philosopher. He used the analogy of apples and ideas, which encapsulates this sharing economy very nicely. He said that if you have an apple and I have an apple, and we trade apples, we each still have one apple. But if you have an idea and I have an idea, and we trade ideas, suddenly we all have two ideas each. And that is how open innovation, open source is actually becoming the de facto source of innovation that's supporting new digital innovations, that's creating new digital business streams, business models, empowering organizations like Krungsri and many of the financial institutions. So it's really amazing how, this drive for digital transformation, a response from traditional organizations to, address the disruption that they are seeing, right, has now become a great opportunity. The need for speed, flexibility, and choice for modern applications. And Harriet, you alluded to that, right? You talked about containers, you talked about portability. All those factors are all important to speed, flexibility, and choice. This is a hardware issue, I presume, not a software issue. So I like to say that, Red Hat is in a software business, by the way. Yeah. So on that note, right, it is truly exciting because with the kind of innovations that we are seeing, such as containerization with, OpenShift container platform, and partnering together with IBM's deep expertise, right? We are able to instantiate how this technology, right, can go from the raw community innovation to what enterprises today need, right? Reliability, security, performance, to help them power their cloud journey. So we're really excited to be working together.
Great, thank you, Damien. And I want one last question, because financial services has sort of become the battleground for, every form of digitization. So I think many in this audience from the financial services and other markets would love to get your advice. What would you say in a simple kernel, either in getting started, making the next steps? What is your little pearl of wisdom?
Start small. Don't have to be big, but keep your aspiration. Keep the customer in the center.
Yes.
And try to bring whatever the customer needs. Plus, follow the data.
Yeah.
Because the data never lies. But if your business dealing with a lot of customers, but you're not thinking about how to collect the data, then you're out of the game. So that would be my
Fantastic. Kuntagon, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Damien.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kuntagon. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Harriet.
I know you all wanted another big photo opportunity. There'll be more of those later. So let's consider, finally, security in a bit more depth. Historically, the security industry has been generally focused on everything that happens before an attack, tools to protect and defend. However, we need to be able to respond appropriately if a breach happens to maintain the resiliency of your business and, vitally, your brand. This needs to be a key consideration in your modernization approach. Yet research shows that a very large proportion of organizations are challenged with the skill shortages to manage disparate security tools. What's more, a vast number are not properly leveraging automation technology to align their tools to an efficient response. SAMART is a great example of a best practice when it comes to cyber resiliency. Thailand's first cognitive security operations center, and I was very, very impressed when I visited there recently. The center is drawing on the IBM AI, namely Watson, and also IBM's threat intelligence systems, as well as key tools within the service. And you'll hear more about this very extraordinary partnership between SAMART and IBM later in the agenda. And this leads me to the final section on assuring. We believe that trust is the ultimate differentiator of our time. The trust that people have in all of you, your business, your brands, to be responsible stewards using technology and the amazing data that we've talked about to protect, to ensure transparency, and to invest in the skills that the world needs.